from the get-go, I didn't have a microphone attached to my camera. I knew from the start that the whole thing was going to be dubbed and that I was going to make a
Oh
meme
my
out of it.
god!
So what I'm saying to the camera is,
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Full Circle, the official NCS podcast. I love doing that, you know. I love saying that. It gets me so gassed. It's like the one thing that I'm not throwing an in between or stumbling on my
Fulham
sentence.
Circle.
Yeah.
Fulham
Nice.
Circle.
You know Fulham Football Club?
No.
Oh, you're not into that, are you?
No.
Yeah, welcome back, everyone. Thank you again for so much for the love and the support on episode 2, as well as the continued support on episode 1. It's been crazy to see you guys' feedback. I think the comments in general, that's the main
There's
place.
been so many comments, and like I've had like people messaging me about the podcast, which has been awesome. I've been really loving this stuff.
Yeah, we did quickly do about like 2 minutes of recording this podcast just before, and now we're starting up again because we had a technical hiccup. But what we were saying then is, like, I know that something like making a podcast is right down your street, like the type of thing you just love to do.
Just because I'm really vain.
Yeah, that's exactly
I
it.
just love myself.
Yeah, you got to grow the DNLJL brand. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I always think about this? I said this just as well, is I don't know if it's because I'm so conscious of my voice, like of how strong my accent is, but when it comes to speaking into a mic like this, I do think your voice takes the edge.
Really?
Yeah.
It sounds weird to me hearing it.
Hearing yourself. Or Charlotte.
Hello?
Hello. I was just
You're like engulfed by this plant.
I
right
know,
now.
I'm actually really regretting sitting like this.
And I can tell it's going to get really warm in here.
Do you know, I was literally just about to say, you're going to be boiling hot in that fleece.
Yeah, and no, but like, look at this. It's you won't be able to see
There's
this
just
at home,
loads of
but
plants around it right now.
yeah, like they're sticking into me. The twigs are. So
Yeah.
that's fun.
Let's kick it off straight away,
What's been
getting
going
into
on?
some discussions. What's been going on in the NCS sphere? I'll tell you something that I've been working on that I think by the end of the week, hopefully I'll have something to actually share with you properly, is like collabing with creators and like partnership things. So I think one thing that is definite in my role that can try and sort of ramp up and get into is like more of the outreach to people that maybe use our songs in like the YouTube sphere or I don't know, companies like Razer, like Splice, these companies that are somewhat connected to us in a way, and just see what we can do with them. Like I'd love to do something with the guys at Razer, like the space in London.
Oh yeah.
That'd be so cool.
I think just getting closer to the creators that use our music is just a no-brainer.
Me and Charlotte, when we went to lunch on Tuesday, and we were nerding out about like just general YouTube scene, and we're thinking how nuts it is the amount of content that people like the Sidemen, like Mr. Beast, actually output a day.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
insane.
Sidemen have been killing it lately, like with the whole... Was it Side Plus?
They launched Side Plus, which is like their subscription app that you pay to get like behind the scenes, unfiltered stuff, podcasts. They had you're getting attacked by that plant really bad. They did their vodka. They launched a vodka.
Really?
Yeah, XI.
They've done merch collabs with
Elise and Mr. Men.
yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
and they have now just released. It's called Sides. I don't know if you've seen this.
No.
It's food.
Food
Oh,
delivery.
Sides.
That's so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That's genius.
What would we do if we did NCS food? Like circles would be a little scram, wouldn't
Wouldn't it be onion rings or something?
Yeah, that just different
something
painted
really
colour,
crap.
like donuts. Well,
Pancakes.
I guess it would be all circle-based
yeah,
food,
no.
wouldn't it? Yeah.
Pancakes are circle.
I'd love to do that. That's another thing. If we're like an AD or an event that we can do, we can just
Yeah, that could
get
be
some
cool.
donuts. Imagine that and visualize the donuts.
Oh, you can actually, can't you buy like I'm going on this pancake thing now. Can't you buy like pancake templates and then you can burn it to a shape? So people
Really?
will have like Minnie Mouse on a pancake. So we could do a visualizer.
Yeah.
That's like a big thing, isn't it?
Speaking of cooking,
Oh,
did you see what I just did there?
That's a good segue.
Oh.
Oof.
yeah. So episode 3, we were like, it's time to try and get a guest in, to try and get someone on. If you've listened to that's such a brummy thing to say. If you guys had listened all the way through or watched all the way through episode 2, you'd have saw that Dan surprised Halvorsen with a call right at the end, which he just was not expecting.
Yeah.
So we thought today we'll live up to what we said. We'll make it happen. We'll get the man himself on. So we are joined by Hilversoon himself. Hello, brother.
hello. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
No worries.
That is
Thank
a
you for joining
setup.
us. Yeah, dude, your setup's looking unreal.
Whoa.
So for you guys watching on the camera now, like we'll figure out some kind of edit so that you can see everything happening fine. But if you're looking at, I'm going to call that cam 1, the one that's like right here. We've got Charlotte that side, and if we're tilting our head that way, we've got Jacob on. You're actually on a speaker stand, bro. You're like really elevated up.
Dope. I'm on a TV as well. How big am I?
And you're not. You're just on a laptop.
Yeah.
Sorry. And actually, I haven't even full screened my laptop screen.
It hurts, man.
That's what you're getting. Well, congratulations on being the first guest on Full Circle.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's really dope to be here. Honestly, I'm not prepared, but
No, it's all right.
go.
Don't worry. I've got
got
bullet
so many
points of things
curveballs.
to ask. We're gonna throw you in the deep end with
Nah,
some
just-
dark and dangerous questions. No, I'm joking. I wanted to kick it off with the past year and what's happened to you. I mean, NCS, there's been some bangers that have come out. We've had Phoenix, we've had the reprise of Phoenix, of course the return of the Mint Circle with Band-Aid, which the community was absolutely going wild
Yeah.
for.
still can't believe you guys did that for me.
No, it was worth it, man. The track was a banger. So can you kick it off? What's the last year been like for Halvorsen, that kind of journey?
Ooh, music wise, it's been crazy. Like my stats have just gone way up on every platform, be it like engaging with fans on YouTube or just Spotify stats in general. My Instagram followers took off. I remember doing that in the studio bit where I had this same setup behind me and then talked to you, Sam, for a while. And I was like, oh, I have like 300 followers on Instagram. It's really embarrassing. And that was like a couple months ago, and now it's like tripled.
Damn.
It's weird that is like we've obviously launched the arcade Instagram as well as the NCS NCS pod Instagram recently, and it's I mean, I'm trying my best to put clips out. Dan's breathing on my neck to make sure stuff goes
The amount
out
of
there.
times I messaged you yesterday, like, have we got a clip? Have we got a
And
clip?
it went out. It did go out, but
Yeah.
I know what you meant. You meant on the actual YouTube. Oh yeah, essentially that's worth mentioning. We're going to be putting clips on the channel as well. The day that we're recording it right now, there should be a clip go out later today. So if you can't be bothered to sit and watch us talk for that long, then there'll be some little clip content. But believe me, it's worth the wait. It's worth the wait.
It is.
Yeah, Jacob, I wanna go straight into Phoenix because that was obviously our soundtrack to NCS 10, right? To the video that myself starred in, and you did a little dub of my voice as well.
Oh mate, you got me. Oh, putting on my best like Brummy accent.
Oh my gosh, that's funny, man. I don't think I can do an impression of you. I'll save that for like later down the line.
Yeah, you do an impression of my Norwegian, I'll be thoroughly impressed.
Yeah, that takes some real challenge. How was it with Phoenix being the soundtrack to that? With working with Netrum on all the sound design, that kind of stuff.
Well, I mean, Netrum did most of the sound design. I'm not gonna lie. Like he absolutely killed it on that video. I kept giving him feedback. He sent me like early work in progress clips and stuff like that. I did a couple stems for it, but it's not like a collaboration between the two of us.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. But yeah, I mean, seeing that video come to life with like all the footage that you guys gathered and put together, it turned out to be way cooler and way more cinematic than I was expecting, like at all from a YouTube channel. Even if you guys are huge, like, you know.
Yeah, it was that was a
long
day.
shoot. It was what was
Very
it like
long.
1 minute of video, and it took 2 days or something.
I'd say collectively it
Mad.
probably took a day and a half,
Like
right?
I would say 18 hours of
Yeah.
filming,
Yeah.
like actual filming. Yeah.
But when you think about something like that, I mean, Jacob, you do like the whenever we ask for like content from you, you always come through with like a stellar edit. That's like whether it was like you on the toilet or the pizza thing.
Yeah.
But it's like
Dan,
when you,
wasn't it you who saw that and you were like, that's the limit. That's
Oh yeah. That's right.
yeah, that was exactly. I remember when we got it through, and I was like, "Oh, we're putting this out," and then you're like, "That's a good benchmark for what we can
Yeah.
put out."
Yeah.
But yeah, it's mad when you think about like, I mean, that content is incredible. Like when you send it through, and every time we get it, we're always like, me and Charlotte are like, "Oh, it's just great,
So good.
it's so good." But yeah, you think about something like that, like when they do a full day shoot and you get a minute's worth of content with like full red cameras and all this, how long it actually would take to do like a film?
Oh yeah.
Like
Stupid.
insane. Like your scene, the gaming scene, how long that took for the set design
Yeah.
to be made,
Ah.
and it was like 15 seconds worth of film. Like
It's just mad. I almost think a lot of that big film stuff is just a bit over the top. Like, I feel like you can do so much now with just an iPhone and stuff like that. Like, it's just so easy to make.
I don't know. I think you can tell though that
That was a great film, yeah.
But I think it's the it's what you get from it, right? Like you wouldn't expect to go to a cinema or to go onto a streaming service and see like something shot on a phone, whereas like you can still get as much emotion and like empathy and all this through doing something just on your phone. Like Jacob, when you're doing these, like the pizza making video, which was a random one for us to reach out for, and I think in terms of like actually getting content, that was probably one of the first, since I've been here anyway, one of the first things that I've been like, let's ask for something completely withdrawn from what we do. Do you like those kind of things? Do you have the ideas of like what content you're going to make for a release, or is it just, do you know what?
No, not at all. I have a bank of just stupid things that I come up with. That's like a note list on my iPhone, and yeah, try to just make it work somehow. Like sometimes it's very tied up to the release, like with Clark's with Done.
Yeah,
there was the whole like microwave bit, like
oh yeah,
that was good. The microwave, and like it's done, and it's just a stupid pun. But like the toilet one was just from that list because that's not release specific. It's just
yeah. I think it's a good thing to be able to have that creative brain. I think most people that produce anyway, like, obviously have that vein in them. Do you know what I mean? Of being able to make something, but to execute how you do, I mean, it makes our life easier.
I do feel
even better for you guys to give me the opportunity to do it and actually have it watched by people. I could put content together all day, but it'd be seen by like 13 people on Twitter and not like the thousands of fans you guys have.
I was gonna say we can confirm like about a K views at least on Arcade. There you go, you can have that one.
I do feel like, to be honest, like the first like footage, like the video stuff that was coming out on Arcade and like NCS socials that really started to like pop off was Halvorsen stuff. And then
100%.
I'm almost noticing now, like, we're getting other bits of footage from artists that like take a bit of inspiration from you. Like, I think you've set like a real high bar that people like, are everyone like aiming for. It's great though.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know if, because I spoke to the Time to Talk boys the other day, like on Discord, and obviously they did with the Omen release with Cartoon, and they did like the good and bad omens to look out for, and that was definitely in that kind of strain. I don't know, Jacob, if you have like a method when it comes to creating something like that, or if it, like I said before, if it's just sort of off the cuff, this is going to work with that release.
No, it's honestly just improvisation and just trying to put together what works. 80% of it is put together in the edit. I remember Band-Aid, the like little pre-save, or it was for the Discord party. I went outside to actually film like a proper like, hey guys, it's me, Halvorsen, make sure you guys pop in for the Discord party, and I kept like screwing up every single take. And so the final video was just a compilation of me screwing up the take and then a little like end card.
Oh yeah,
I loved that.
That was like the pizza thing as well, when the audio was just dubbed over the top. I mean, but it works, it all works, and I think like I said, that sort of rough and raw feel, it works nowadays.
It's almost
I'm gonna be completely honest, sorry to interrupt, but about the pizza thing and the audio dubbing, so many people have been so pissed about that joke that never gets told.
Yeah, it's really a thing. Every time I do a Discord party, honestly, dude, there'll be like a good couple of comments that are like, Sam, can you tell us what the joke is?
Are you going to tell us some tea, Halvorsen?
You're going to announce it now?
No, what I was going to say was, I think I'm going to reveal it, and this is a podcast exclusive, so you guys are really lucky to be hearing this, but from the get-go, I didn't have a microphone attached to my camera. I knew from the start that the whole thing was going to be dubbed, and that I was going to make a meme out of it.
Oh my god!
So what I'm saying to the camera is, right now I'm pretending to tell a funny joke or something like that.
Oh my gosh!
Wow. We've been lied to.
Wow.
Have been lied to.
That's actually mad. That was I love that reaction. That was a genuine reaction.
Well, I'm just a fanboy. I do feel like a lot of your humor, the impression that I get is like kind of not taking yourself too seriously. Like, is that kind of where you feel like it comes from? And, you know, is that something that you think about, or are you very do you think about a lot, like how people perceive you and things like that, or is your humor come from that?
I don't take myself seriously. I think that's where it starts. Like I could try all day to put together this like persona of how I want to be in like a public image, but at the end of the day, I'm just me, you know. It sounds so lame when you say it like that. I just want to be myself for the media, but you know, like the self-deprecating humor is self-deprecating because I hate myself, and that's it, you know.
Yeah, it's like I think the audience nowadays as well, like, people are wise. Like, I see my little brother and sister going through like socials and stuff, and they can tell when something's fake and when people are putting on a front. And I think it just, like you said, it does sound cheesy, but being yourself actually works. Oh my gosh, Dan, there's a massive bottle of water. Wow.
My plan is every episode for it to get bigger and bigger.
Okay, yeah. You just come in with like a bucket one day, just full gallons of water.
Because you were drinking like a San Pellegrino sparkling last episode.
I know,
Oh,
that was
flex.
a persona thing. It was just
Yeah,
like I was trying to,
exactly.
yeah.
I was
Brand
really
it.
considering putting together like a proper cocktail with like mint leaves, but I decided on my water bottle.
Yeah, you're good when it comes to the cooking, man. We mentioned about the pizza, but have you got like is that your go-to when you're making something?
No. I have tons of dishes that I like to make. The pizza is very special to me because it takes forever. Like it's a whole day affair because you got to
Wow.
put together the dough, and preferably I like to let it sit overnight, and then making the sauce, that stuff has to like simmer for hours and hours. So it's more of like an activity than it is just
Yeah.
prepping a meal, you know?
Mm.
Yeah, I bet that first bite is like a day's worth of work.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I always make multiple batches and then like put a pizza in the fridge or something and cook it the day after, just,
Yeah,
spread
of
it
course.
out. But when it comes to cooking, I'm not like a chef or anything. Like I was talking to Time to Talk
Yeah.
on on Messenger because we're prepping a little collab together.
Ooh.
Ooh. And Robin from Time to Talk I think it's Robin.
Yeah.
I'm getting him mixed up probably, but if it's not, sorry. But yeah, Robin, he is like a trained chef. And he was like, oh, we got to do like a cooking video together before I knew that he was. And I was like, yeah, that would be super sick. We could make like nachos or taco or like pizza or pancakes. And he was like, yeah, look at this. This is stuff I made. And it's like this like chef's table gourmet.
Oh my God. There's something about this community, man. We need to be tapping into this. I've had like 4 or 5 conversations with separate artists now, like whether it be on this or like on Discord or message, whatever, about people like rival with the peanut butter.
Yeah.
And like I can't remember, forget who else. I'll speak to someone else about
else
cookies.
has one.
But we should just
launch
open a
cooking
restaurant.
show?
I've told you.
Why don't we do a cooking show
This
where we have like artists down? Like if you've seen Marshmallow's cooking show.
Yeah.
I don't know whether he does
I've
it
seen
anymore.
bits, yeah.
We should just do that.
We do. It's just the logistics of all of these things. Like I'd love to have like imagine we had a set that was we've got CDJ set up and
2 sofas
and some
lights.
pots and pans. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, just like the setup. And
Like
we
all
actually
the
flew
Photoshops
people
of
out.
Skrillex on stage, like
Yeah.
buying eggs.
Yeah, that would be sick. I mean, yeah, logistics are always the problem with those kind of things. But
Were you always Halvorsen? Like where did Halvorsen, the name, come from? And is it Halvorsen or is it Halvorseun? How is it?
Halvorseun.
Halvorseun.
In
No,
my
that-
native language
God.
of Norwegian, Viking language, it's Halvorsen.
Oh,
Ah.
wow.
Oh.
So, yeah. But Halvorsen, Halvorsen, however you guys choose to say it, it's totally fine by me as long as you spell it right, Sam.
that was so funny 'cause I think that was like my 3rd week. I definitely was very new then, and I remember that your it was the get to know, and yours was the first one in this like the template at the time that we'd made for that. I'm pretty sure anyway. And I put it in, and I remember you messaged me. You're like, "Oh, it's wrong." I was like, "Okay, change it." And then you're like, "It's wrong again." I was like, oh, "My bad, my
You
bad."
screwed it up like 3 times.
Thing is, I this happens with me and my spelling, and it's every time like Charlotte calls me out on my spelling, I'm like so
every day?
stubborn. Yeah, every day. I'm so stubborn on like, oh, it's not wrong, it's not, and it just is.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
Well,
like
today it was like, well, I didn't write it, and then Charles was like, well, I didn't write it, so
the Q&A. I don't know if you've read what the Q&A said yesterday. The questions make no sense.
I think I wrote something like, "Who is of your favourite NCS artists?" It's fine. Don't worry. It's not like we got a big brand reputation to keep up or anything. Oh gosh. Let's take it way back. Let's rewind the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling really good, by the way. Usually I'm not on this energy on the podcast. I think it's because we got Jacob on with us. I'm feeling good. I can call you Jacob, right? I mean, I've done it about 5 times. So.
No. I do Sir Halvorsen or.
Oh,
just
yeah, okay,
Master
apologies.
is fine. You can call me Daddy, but
Yeah, no, I'll avoid that one till off the clock. Right the way back to the start.
when you were born.
No, not that far back.
Oh.
I'm talking like She Got Me Like era.
the
Which
start of like when I started to be relevant. Like in the
your
world.
first NCS journey, right?
Yeah.
Someone fact checker Charlotte. You can correct me if I'm wrong. First mint circle.
Yeah, so that's what I believe to be true.
Can confirm.
Jacob, I don't know. Yeah.
I
yeah,
carry
how did
that
that-
trophy really proudly. It's
Wow.
the first
How
one.
did that come about?
Well, I mean, the whole kind of how did the release come about was kind of crazy because I was, like 15, 16 at the time. I produced the track when I was 14, 15 at some point there. I don't remember specifically. I spent so long today trying to look up like old Skype convo archives because what happened was Billy, the owner of NCS, he added me on Skype because I had my Skype on my SoundCloud, and I'd released She Got Me like on SoundCloud and like some YouTube promo channels first. And he was like, "Hey dude, really like the song. Do you want to like release it properly on a label?" And I was ecstatic and had to get my dad to sign the contract because I was a kid. And I think Billy just felt like it was nothing like anything he'd ever heard before. Like the whole glitchy kind of, but still popish and very vocal heavy. Yeah, deserved a new color for sure. This was the era where like yellow circles were the big thing. And well, yeah,
Haven't had
that's
it.
about it.
Haven't had a yellow circle in a while, to be fair.
Wasn't
Did
the
we-
last release a yellow circle?
Wasn't the last one a yellow circle?
Yeah,
I'm
it was
lying.
Sky
We
House
just
or
had
Air
it.
House or what they call
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's
track.
it. Air House. Yeah.
See, I would have done that as a purple circle. So here's the thing. I think what we should be doing is on this podcast, we play the 3 upcoming tracks of a certain week, and we get the fans to go, that's purple, that's orange, and that's this. And then,
And then
But
we're not.
Dan,
it's
isn't
not
we're
to
not
blame.
liable.
drum and bass?
no, purple is Future House.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say, let's listen to some tracks. If you can get them up, I'll fill some time whilst you're there. But yeah, we try and do this like that's like every time we do the podcast. For the 2 times before that we've done it, and Charlotte mentioned to me before, I need to get structure into where these are, right? So around 20 minutes, I'm gonna try it happens. Around 20 minutes, we're on 22 minutes in now. Apparently, might be a little bit before, but around your 20-minute mark is where you're going to hear some upcoming releases if you want to listen to them. What we got coming up, Dan?
So we've got a track from Clark's, your mate Clark's, called Disco. I'll play a slight bit of that. Uh-oh. Let me fast forward.
That is fist pumping. Song,
Yeah.
that.
Is that like Europeans? What is that
It's
genre?
donk. It's Russian donk.
Donk?
music.
Donk.
Donk. Yeah.
Ah.
Wow.
Why is it called that? Do you know?
Because the bass goes donk.
Donk,
Ah,
donk,
donk, donk.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. See, it's great having someone. I mean, Dan, you've got somewhat new music. I did a you then. You got a somewhat musical knowledge, but it's really good having somebody on here that actually understands it to a degree. Like
Please
I saw
don't
when you
give me too much credit because the comment section is going to be like, he is so wrong.
Oh man, yeah, you got to show it love. What else we got?
What else we got? We got a tune coming from Chime and MDK.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, this one's good. Hang on. What an intro.
Oh
I
wow.
love the 8-bit bites.
Yeah. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit.
Yeah.
Chime.
I love like when the massive like chord hits that like producers do, like that dun dun dun. It's
Yeah.
so like euphoric.
Oh, I feel like this.
It's gonna be a heavy drop.
There's Charles looking at me like I'm playing too much.
No.
What
That's
genre is
fire.
this?
That's really cool. That's definitely like a kind of bass house bro step sort of thing. Like Knife Party sold this back in like 2015 and that era,
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh
But
yeah.
that intro, super Savant vibes. That is so cool.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like
Savant.
ISM and like early Savant stuff.
Mhm,
Man, that was
mhm.
awesome. I can't wait for that to drop.
Yeah, I really like that. And then one last one we've got is a chap called Sam Day. We're doing an EP from him.
Ooh,
And we've got a track coming from him called Nothing to Hide.
that's a nice name.
Is that a new
Really?
NCS artist?
Yeah. It's a really chill one, this. I love it. Let me fast forward a bit.
Oh, that's nice. Love that. That's sick, man.
What's that?
I'm very keen
Is
on
that-
that.
Future House, Deep House? What did you call it? I don't know.
Don't look at me.
I'm gonna be like minimal tech garage, but
I was way off then.
That's exactly
I
what I
have
was
no
thinking.
idea.
That
Yeah.
tune's really cool.
That's
That's
really
what-
cool.
We really struggle with that, like where a genre fits, like what what the color should be. You know,
But
we always
I
get it wrong.
I think it makes sense because like people like producers nowadays and the amount of demos like you have to go through and listen to, like there's so much actual like talent there in terms of like not just production level but the different sounds that people can make, that you'd have a song that to the untrained ear would sound like this is a future house song, when realistically
because it's got elements of a
yeah,
certain
but if
bit,
you go so granular on things, like I mean, Jacob, when you do, I saw when you on your Instagram you did the flip of Shivers where you did the major chords instead. It gave me proper like Jacob Collier vibes on that. That's me putting you on the same pedestal as Jacob Collier. If that's
I really like that pedestal. It is comfy up here.
Do you ever like when you're listening to music, or whether it comes to like a production and starting something out, is it is there a conscious effort of trying to not stick to the grain of what that sound is at the moment, or like getting thrown in that bag of like this is just an EDM song? Do you really try and add that musicality to I guess carve your lane?
Oh yeah, totally. It's kind of hard to explain the mindset that I go into when I make a song, but there's definitely this element of exploration to it, where instead of trying to decide on a genre and kind of following the formula on that, I think most producers, myself included, try to do what they personally think sounds good, and that can end up being whatever. If that's like a key change, or if that's like borrowing elements from genres that have nothing to do with what you're kind of doing already. Like, take Shivers, for example. That thing started out as like this 80s anthem, and then we just completely flipped it and did a total DMB drop.
I love that. Yeah.
And
It's
a
an
guitar
iconic
solo,
track.
like a proper guitar solo in it. Like
yes.
there's just so many things gathered for so many stuff, and like all the comments, like what genre is this? I get that genres are useful as like a tool for categorizing music and identifying what you like and kind of knowing what kind of places you can fetch inspiration from when you're creating music. But if you ever find yourself locked in by a genre, you're using the genre wrong, because it's not about like.
I'm with you there.
Yeah, it's descriptive, not prescriptive.
Ooh, that's
that
really
makes
good.
100% sense. I think the thing that we've tried to figure out, like, we had this idea that was like, if we could have a visualizer circle, because I do think to someone that is not a music producer or makes music or understands music, they want to be able to go, okay, the title of that playlist says upbeat workout. I know exactly what I'm going to get in it. It's so hard. But I think I was trying to think about, you know, the visualizer circle. Imagine if it was an upbeat song, then the circle was almost like it's on fire, but it can be any color. So like you add moods and tags, you add moods and sort of keywords, rather than it just be, oh, it's green, so it's trap. Mm-hmm. It's more like it's trap and it's chill and it's this and it's moody or whatever.
I mean, you guys already do that on the website though, don't you? On like where you download the tracks, you have all these tags with like energetic, chill, the vocal, or like different music cultures and stuff. And I feel like that's really useful if you're looking for a specific track to download to like use for something. Yeah. But on YouTube, there's this very clean aesthetic that NCS has went for with just like the genre colors. And they're so like cemented in the fans' minds that I kind of want to warn you against screwing with it too much.
That's what we've noticed though. And I mean, we speak about this all the time, and like, yeah, we always cover this, especially on here. Seems to be the place that we talk about it. But yeah, the fans are so much more well informed about what things are, and like what color the circle should be, why that isn't that circle. You know, all the things we usually mentioned. And yeah, I think it definitely is a risk, but we'll see where that goes.
Might change it to a triangle or something.
Yeah, no, don't say that. I told you
if you do end up doing like a fiery circle with like huge VFX or whatever, I want to be the first release that gets it.
You got it.
You're trying to do like a Shang-Chi and collect the 10 rings. That's what you're doing.
Oh yeah, that was
me and Charlotte watched that.
That's
great.
a great social post.
Well, yes, that's some social
Get it
content.
out before it comes out.
Yeah, me and Charlotte actually we were both in the office on Tuesday, and we got the tube home, and we were like, what's happening tonight? We're like, we'll both watch separately Shang-Chi and come in on Thursday and give it a review. I
Great
really
movie.
liked it.
Great movie. Dan hasn't watched it yet, so I don't know,
Spoilers,
Jacob,
yeah.
if you have, but don't.
And anyone watching, so let's
Yeah,
make sure we
of
don't give
course.
away any spoilers.
But great movie.
Yeah, what do you think of it, Jacob?
My girlfriend's probably gonna listen to this, so I can't lie because we watched it together and she knows that I didn't really like it.
Wow.
Like I can admit that it's a good movie. It's a Marvel movie. I'm just kind of sick of the formula that they're going for.
Yeah.
Even though they branched out of it with like the whole like kind of Jackie Chan kung fu aesthetic of this.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
like, the amazing choreography is and like the stunt work is just you can't look beyond that. I just wish there was something more to the movie than like this kid has like daddy issues or whatever and he's really good at fighting.
Right.
And I for some reason just dislike Aquafina's voice.
Oh, really? I
Yeah,
think she's class,
I
man.
really like Raya and the Last Dragon, but
Oh, yeah, that film's
yeah, but
sick.
her voice in that is just so annoying.
This is good clickbait. I love it. Speaking of Marvel, right? We got a topic listed down, and this is the most excited I've ever been to speak about a topic.
Yeah.
Aside from getting Hilversoon on as a brilliant guest,
Thank you.
I'm so smooth with it. Come
Good
on,
plug.
new Spider-Man film.
Oh yes.
I'm very excited.
I can't wait.
We-
Are you a Marvel fan, or is it Jacob in general?
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah.
I really like the Marvel movies, and the Infinity Saga is just dope.
So good.
So
Yeah,
I'm excited for the new Spider-Man for sure.
it's going to be great. The second trailer dropped, I think it's 2 days ago or yesterday, as of when we're recording this. Yeah. And I mean, I think it's all but confirmed now that Andrew Garfield and what's his name? Tobey Maguire.
If it doesn't happen, I think everyone's going to be so upset.
Yeah.
It-
I mean, aren't there like actual like hidden like people who took photos on set with like the actors
Yeah.
there?
Yeah, there's like leaked images, and I mean, whenever something like this happens, I go like extreme Marvel nerd mode, and I'm sat on like YouTube for hours. Like it's equally cool as it is sad. But I go like down the rabbit hole of looking at things. There's all these like leaked footage, leaked photos, and then I guess you can't be like, this is real, this isn't, because you never know. But there was. What happened is that the new trailer leaked, which features like Doc Ock, like Green Goblin, all this, Sandman, Electro, like all the villains that were in the other like Raimi universe and so on. And there was one shot of Tom Holland's Spider-Man. He's the only Spider-Man that featured in the trailer, jumping towards like Sandman, Electro, and the Lizard. And I think you probably know what I'm on about.
Trailer,
yes.
Yeah. Like
so
yeah.
the Brazilian trailer, they released obviously the worldwide trailer, and the Brazilian one, they obviously chose the wrong file or whatever. The Lizard jumps at him in the normal trailer, just like that. In the Brazilian trailer, and for anyone listening on Spotify, that I just did a little jump animation by myself. In the Brazilian trailer, the Lizard jumps, and when he gets about halfway towards Spider-Man, nowhere near him, his face like moves if he's been hit. And obviously, so they're saying they must have CGI'd out somebody or something hitting him as he jumps. Yeah. And like, I mean, Jacob, you've seen it, right?
I've seen
it definitely
it's a very,
looks
like
like
a regular neck movement thing. Like you could totally imagine someone like actually punching him in the face.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I don't want to go all nerd. Like
I know.
I really want more Tobey Maguire in my life.
I love Tobey Maguire.
He's so good. Like, I mean, I think just generally when they cast him, I don't know how old Tobey Maguire is, but when they cast him as Spider-Man, what I love about Tom Holland is that he's the age that I would expect Spider-Man to be.
Yeah.
But I just look past it because it's such an era for me, those films. Like, I don't know if were you big into them? Like,
I loved it. Yeah. Spider-Man was like huge back then.
And like Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin, like to see him come back, he's just not the mic, apologies. He's just, I mean, he's a class actor. I saw him in that Netflix, I think it's a Netflix film, The Lighthouse. It's on Netflix. But I mean, it's gonna be so good. I can't wait. We were saying earlier about you do this, Jacob. Go to the midnight premieres.
No, like movie theater premieres, you mean?
Yeah, like the first showing.
No, I've never done that. Not for like a huge blockbuster thing. The only thing I could imagine doing that for would be like Star Wars or something.
Okay, yeah. I'm pretty adamant that I want to do it. We could put it on the company. Come on.
Yeah, we could.
Oh, and then we'll talk about it, and it'll be like,
yeah, look, we spoke about
there
it.
we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Can I join you guys virtually and I just like invoice the ticket too?
Yeah.
What we'll do is we'll get this whole podcast set up. We'll bring it all into the cinema and just stick you like on a chair.
Yeah.
Like a laptop and a
Yeah. Oh man, but no, that's going to be good. I cannot wait for that film to drop.
Do you watch much YouTube, Jacob? Like,
yeah.
Like, is there
I'm
any
a bit
sort
of a YouTube addict. I've stopped doing like streaming services for content. I literally just watch like cooking shows and who's what?
Who's the sort of main like people that you watch?
I'm huge on like commentators, like Danny
Mhm.
Gonzalez and Drew Gooden and Benny Eddie Burback.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
I've heard of him.
that kind of stuff is good. For
You
me.
like your cooking stuff, right?
I do like my cooking stuff.
Have you ever watched Binging with Babish?
I have.
Dude, I
the
love
Babish
him.
Culinary Universe, as it's now called.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
He's class. You ever seen him?
No.
If we'll get a picture of him on the clip, somebody will probably say you look like him, how they did with the Vsauce guy.
I feel like there was like
It's
10
just he's
different
bald.
things. That we look
he's
like.
just bald.
Yeah.
That's basically it. He's sick. He like recreates like a famous foods from shows. So like the spaghetti from like whatever film, or a Krabby Patty from SpongeBob. It's very cool.
Yeah.
Jacob, are you into like the YouTube drama, like you know, you're like run of the mill, your Jake Pauls, your Logan Pauls?
Not like hugely. I pick up on the stuff that bleeds into Twitter trending, but apart from that, I try to not play into it. You know.
Yeah, that's like me.
There's always like the kind of creators that I like that get sucked into it that ends up being like a bit problematic. Like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gus Johnson, huge hit in the face. Not gonna
It's the
take a
worst.
position on that on the podcast,
Yeah.
but
It's the worst thing when that happens though, when like somebody that you love just gets like dragged into drama, and you're like, no, I really like it.
yeah,
Mm.
no,
'Cause
but I like that podcast.
Yeah. You're a big fan of the Impulsive podcast, right?
Oh, the Impulsive podcast. Yeah, it's just I think that like I want to say the best podcast on YouTube.
Hang on.
Really?
Second
Wait,
best.
what
Come on
podcast
now.
is this?
The NCS podcast.
Oh, the NCS.
No, Impulsive. I love that podcast, and I think it's Logan Paul, and yeah, I think what's interesting is like Logan and Jake have kind of like completely changed what they're doing. Like now, like Logan obviously fought Floyd Mayweather, which is absolutely insane, and then Jake is now fighting Tommy
Fury,
which is what? What's going on?
Is Love Island a big thing? Like where you're from?
Kind of like the Netflix show, right? Like Love Island.
No,
UK
it's
Well, it is
it-
on
well,
Netflix.
there's-
So
yeah,
yeah,
it's
I
on
think that's where
Netflix,
most
yeah.
people would have watched it.
Yeah,
I've seen some of it. I think I've seen the first season or something.
Yeah,
it's not
so
huge at all. We have like other stuff that we watch that's bigger, like Norwegian celebrities.
Uh-huh.
We have
Yeah.
Paradise Hotel. That stuff
Paradise
bangs.
Hotel.
No, it's not heard that.
Never heard of that.
But the whole
Exact same concept.
Oh, okay.
the whole boxing thing, like, obviously blew up like 2 years ago, a year ago. Like, it was massive. And there was one point that I was genuinely like, should we do like a music boxing thing? And I was gonna like call out like Mike Darlington or like Andre from Trap Nation or something like let's box. And like,
Charlotte's just rolled her eyes and got in the mic.
that would have been so cool. You know?
Who do you think would win if we had a fight, me and you?
I think we've already said this.
Yeah, you'd beat me. You would beat me. It's fine.
No, I think
Oh, if Charlotte got involved, Charlotte would definitely win.
Yeah,
100%.
Charlotte would win
I-
all the time.
That's not what you said the other day, Sam.
We'll have to again sort this out off air. Yeah, Jake Paul and Tommy Fury are fighting. For anyone that doesn't know who Tommy Fury is, yeah, he's like a Love Island star from a big like sort of, are they called sitcoms here in the UK? Is it sitcom? Reality TV show here in the UK.
Tyson Fury's.
Yeah,
yeah, his
yeah.
brother
Brother?
is
Yeah.
His brother.
one of the biggest.
Like his brother is, in my opinion, the best boxer in the world right now. And it's really weird. Like, I mean, my stance on it, because Tommy is a professional boxer. Jake hasn't had he's got fights on the card, but he hasn't fought a pro boxer, right? He's only ever fought UFC fighters turned whatever or another influencer. Basketball is this thing. Tommy is a pro boxer. He's fought boxers, but the only boxers he's fought are like 0-40. Like they've only ever lost. But it's still, if he loses to Jake Paul.
Well, did you hear what Tyson Fury said? It's like
He's
you
gonna
can't come
disown
back
him
to the
or
UK.
something.
You've got to
I
change
think
last name.
that's
Well,
all just lies.
yeah, no, it obviously doesn't.
Yeah.
He's not going to make him do it, but I think it would just be so embarrassing now if he doesn't win.
Yeah. So Jacob, you.
I'm not into this at all. Are these like real boxing matches, or is it like?
Nah, so it's
They're
like,
all
you know,
YouTube.
like really just acting.
well, I guess for this one's a bit different because Jake has proven that he can somewhat fight, but he is at the core a YouTuber, right, and just a troll of the internet in general.
Yeah.
Tommy has got famous from being on reality TV, but is a boxer. He like before that he is a pro boxer.
Oh.
So I guess for the culture, it's probably one of the more interesting fights because you've actually got Jake's got to prove something, right? He's got to prove he can fight against an actual boxer. But I don't really know how important it is in the scale of the boxing world, to be honest.
Yeah, no fair.
Yeah,
It's not Floyd
I'm not sure.
Mayweather.
No. That's a one duo. You've got Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury. And in the smoothest segue ever, your duo partner, Netrum. I've got a question for you that I want to know the answer for. This is something I was thinking of the other day when we were trying to come up with a list to ask you. Would you ever consider just actually forming a duo? So you've got like your Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars, Silk Sonic, like all this. What have we got? What's the 80s equivalent of that?
80s. No, we wouldn't necessarily tie ourselves to a decade, but we have been talking about it for like years, honestly. But kind of it works out with the way that it is now, like the whole collabing thing. I feel like if we were to do a duo, we'd still want to like put our own names on it just for like the stats. Like the Jack U with Skrillex and Diplo, it was Jack U, Skrillex, and Diplo.
Yeah, of course.
Get those monthly listeners.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the way to do it, man. Yeah, I think. I mean, whenever you two produce a song together, it's perfect anyway, and there is that kind of sound to it. But yeah, I think you're right. You can't necessarily put yourself into a box just to be like, we are this duo, so this is what we're making right now. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
What's the sort of plans with you in terms of like your sound? Like, are you looking to move towards a certain sound, or like are you continuing with, growing and trying different sounds? What's the sort of path that you're on?
I don't know. That's the thing. The path keeps branching because I don't have a plan, and that's like music has always been this hobby for me. It's something that I do because it's fun, not something that I want to make a living or something that I want to like make into my main thing, or that I have this grand scheme for. It's just
having fun.
Just having fun, which is why I try making music that I think is interesting and try putting together content that I think is interesting instead of like following the recipe for making it big. Even though I did do like 3 Slap House covers. But man's got to pay rent,
Of course. Go on, sorry, Dom.
Sorry, I was just going to say, what are you doing outside of music then? Like, what's your
I was going to ask that.
big focus?
Yeah, I'm a full-time student. I am taking a integrated master's, a 5-year course in teaching English, literature, and history.
That's so good. The thing is, that's a dangerous game for me, because by the end of that, when you're actually teaching English, you will speak better English than I do. Like, definitely. I always say that.
I think I already write better English than you do.
That's twice. I'm on the ropes, man. I think what the next YouTuber fight's going to be.
Oh, yeah.
I kick your ass.
Yeah, probably. Oh, man. Yeah, that's super cool that you're doing teaching. I know me and you personally, we spoke about that a few times when we've like done these the kind of interview things. But yeah, so studying, teaching. Have you got any plans like traveling and that kind of stuff? Like, would you come to the UK? Are we going to see you in real life?
Yeah, you totally are. I was supposed to be in the US right now. I had a scheduled and like all set up and paid for, what's it called? Student exchange to Montana in the US.
Oh, wow.
And then COVID happened. And it was supposed to all kind of work out because I was fully vaccinated and everything. But the university in Montana ended up not making the balance add up. Because like they couldn't send students out, and so they couldn't take students in. And so I ended up just having to cancel the whole thing. So this semester has been kind of a bummer just because of that, because it's all just stupid courses that I'm taking instead of doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah. But silver lining. That means you've been able to stay in the studio that we can see there and make bangers on the side. So that's always a good thing. Let me check my timer so I'll make sure that Charlotte, it's great having the timer up.
Well,
I love it.
You know what we didn't discuss, which is huge. The fact that YouTube might be removing the dislike button.
Oh yeah,
I hate that. I hate that so much.
Really?
Yeah, if you guys allow me to, I will go on a 15-minute rant.
Go.
We need it.
Rant away.
No, I 15 minutes. Now I talk myself up. It's going to be like 2 seconds, but it's just stupid. It's the same thing that Netflix did when they removed the whole like thumbs up, thumbs down system with like or was it 5 stars? I can't really remember, but they did the whole like percentage matching, which just doesn't make any sense, and they end up just using it to promote their own productions. But like, look at the 2018 YouTube Rewind right now. That's like the most disliked video on YouTube, isn't it? Yeah, it's got like 3 million likes, and if you click on it, you'll see that it's got like infinite views, and it's got 3 million likes. So hey, it must be good, right?
Yeah. Well, it makes you think. It makes you think, like, if you're going to remove the dislike button, might you be better just removing both?
Just get rid of them.
Like, just have neither than just one.
No, but the dislike button's still going to be there. You just can't see the stat.
But it's almost pointless. It's
can't
like you're going to press the
creator-
button, it's going to do nothing.
Yeah, as a creator, you'll see it. You just won't like. I kind of like it though, because if you are the YouTuber and you constantly get dislikes, I don't know if it's great on YouTube if they're
Well-
promoting.
I'm also
negative.
I'm also on your side with that. I mean, as you guys know, I'm all about the positive vibes anyway. So, I'm happy with it. Wouldn't say I'm happy with it going, but it's not fuss to me. But this is the thing, right? Does a like and a dislike actually make a difference to an algorithm?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah,
You
for
think?
Sure.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah. It will continue
They're
to.
different, as in a like and a dislike
Yeah,
is
yeah.
different.
So you're saying if a dislike, I mean,
Yeah,
this
so
is layman's
then-
terms, a dislike would stop a video being fed as much as a load of likes.
Not
Yeah.
necessarily, because controversy also like gains
Oh, yeah,
money,
true.
you know? So like if
Right.
something has a 90% dislike ratio and 10,000 comments, that's gonna get pushed at people as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that like? Any press is good press, right? Apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, it's a weird one. Again, it feels like the similar shift to how Instagram got rid of the like numbers. But that
Wait, what?
that
They did?
yeah,
You
but then
can-
it just
you
can't.
can take off your own likes,
Yeah.
can't you? So
Yeah.
people can't know.
It'll
how
like
likes
say
you got.
liked by so and so and others,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
how many others.
Yeah.
Wait, for everything?
Some profiles, I think you
You,
say.
you can turn it off. So
Ah,
I
okay.
could turn it off on my
okay. I
profile, so
probably
no
have it
one
turned
knows.
on. Because I
how
know
many
it does
likes you
that for
got.
videos when you upload them, but
Yeah.
for pictures it still looks normal to me.
Yeah, I think it is a setting. Because I remember that was like a big thing when they rolled it
Mhm.
out, and then only certain people could see like numbers. But I presume now it's like fully integrated, so you can turn stuff off and on. Yeah.
Are we doing our segment?
Yes, let's do that.
Yeah.
I was gonna naturally flow into it, but you can say
We
that,
are.
like
All
that,
right,
a little
well,
alley oop.
just- you ruined you.
That's all right. So
Do you guys have little jingles for like the segments yet?
oh,
We gotta
shit.
get that.
Oh yeah,
we could put it on
hang
the
on.
board.
Oh, it doesn't work.
It does. I just heard a little laugh come through.
I didn't.
Hold on, I can join in and see if this is picked up. There we go.
Oof. And that is into our next segment of NCS Full Circle podcast. Yeah, so what we do, we've done it the last 2 weeks. We did about if you were to run the 100-meter sprint, what song would you want to listen to? We also did last week, which, I mean, it took us a long time to actually come up with decisions when we did it last week,
Mhm.
but it was what NCS track would you pair with a Disney film?
Yeah.
And this week, on the theme of what we spoke about just a short while ago, I'm going for what NCS track would you pair up? Would you listen to if you were getting ready for a boxing match?
I don't know. I think it's what song would you come out?
Oh, you're like your walkout
Sorry, yeah.
song.
Yeah.
What would your NCS walkout song be for a boxing track? Dan, do you have one in mind? I can hear something, by the way.
I mean,
I think it's
Cars
just
or
yeah, it's
something?
just cars. That's fine. Have you got a song in mind?
I don't know. I was just gonna wait for you guys to go first, but
I think it's quite a difficult one. I did try and get one, and I tried to listen to it, and I
I think I know which one mine would be, but I don't know whether it's gonna work.
think mine's Illuminati by Pharaoh.
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 All right,
Oh.
I'll cue that up. Jacob, you've got to think of the one.
You know, I have one.
Oh, you got one. Okay.
I'm imagining,
so prepared.
like, this is in my head, right? I'm walking out, and Kirby's Tell Me What You Like starts playing.
Oh, that's
You
a
know,
good
as
one.
the drop hits, the fight starts, and it's like full Street Fighter. So you got like that. Tell me what you like. Go. Like that would be so.
yeah.
sick.
And that's when your like HUD comes down, you start
Yeah.
running to the ring. You like do a backflip off the rope. All
Full
that stuff.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So it'd be like this bit. So would you be walking out now?
Yeah. You're walking in slow motion through smoke.
Okay.
And then as the drop hits, the HUD comes down.
Hang on.
And then it's just and then you get like the Street Fighter like platform
Yeah,
view where they're like
Yeah.
get ready.
Oh my god, that's funny, man.
And yours was Illuminati by Pharaoh. This
Oh
one.
god, the pressure's on. You need to find one down because I
Hang
can't think of one.
This is not a bad show, actually.
Thanks.
Oh, this is like very good. Oh, I can imagine you like kickboxing to this.
Yeah,
That's good, man. That's really good.
I like that.
Do you need me to give you one?
Yep.
Well, I do have one, but I think I've already used it before.
It's fine.
I was gonna say Jonathan Rise.
Oh, I was going to do that.
Ah,
Jesus, I'm going to have to
Got
change
it.
mine.
I don't think we're allowed Jonathan again, though.
Why?
I think
Because
you've
I
gotta-
love it so much.
Jonathan Rise. All right, so I'm going to play it then.
I think this
This
is like
is a good one.
like
Yeah.
hoods up, like
Yeah.
jabbing.
It's the
Duck it.
Cyberpunk vibe for sure.
Imagine me. I'm in like a one of those, whatever they call it, the boxing orange.
Yeah.
I'm there. I'm like throwing jabs. I got my boys behind me. Just come on.
And then you have like this bit where it goes like, hang on.
Yeah, that's when I like climb up on the rope slowly and just go raise.
Yeah.
All right, you've got to think of one now that pressure's on.
Ooh, I know what I'm
I
gonna do.
feel like that Rise track is more like a montage song. Is that just me?
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
It feels more
Yeah.
like
That-
Rocky working out and not the match.
Yeah, that was a bad choice.
Maybe I'm not a fighter then.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah,
pick
you
that.
suck, Sam.
Do you know what? I'm surprised Charles hasn't got involved today. I'm just getting smoked this podcast. What you got for
I'm
me?
never mean to you. I don't know what you're on about.
Oh yeah,
So-
sips
I'm
tea.
just projecting. I'm sorry.
No, I'm kidding.
I
Dan, what
think
have you got?
my pick will be. Oh, I think it's either going to be what I'm about to play, or it's going to be
The other one you're about
Oh,
to
the
have.
other one you're
that I'm
playing.
about to play. No, I'm just going to pick this one. So let me fast forward through the track. So Paul Flynn, Chris Linton, Watch the World Burn.
Oh yeah. Oh
How
wow.
are you walking out to this though?
Like really fast.
Very fast.
And then the fire comes out and I'm just like on fire.
What?
My gloves are on now.
I think I might have won that.
I was gonna say I do
Yeah,
think that
Charlotte
Charlotte
wins.
might have won that one. I've had
Mm.
such a bad sniff. This I don't know if you noticed. I've had to lean away from the mic so much. 'Cause I'm sniffing. Oh gosh, don't do that. That's horrid. Yeah, that's again. If you guys pair up, I always say pair up. That's not the right word.
No.
What would your NCS walkout song be for a boxing match?
we need like a
You know,
little
that
poll
makes no
thing.
sense till you said that.
Yes, it does.
It's just what NCS song would you walk out
I-
to for
That should
a
be your
boxing match.
segment. I think you should lead
it
that.
is, yeah, it was my idea.
I
the
reckon
other
it'd be
time.
better if they vote on ours 4. If you get
Okay.
me, they select like, oh, Sam's was the best, or
would-
A
Charles
poll.
was the
We
best.
could do a
Jacob's
poll
was
on
the best.
tab.
I was going to say that, but we don't have it on this channel yet. We can do it in arcade.
Yeah.
You need a certain number of subs.
No,
to-
it's over 1,000. We've got community.
Oh,
now.
we over 1,000.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers.
Boom.
Whee. Love that. That's great. Yeah, we'll do that then. We'll put a little poll on of whose was the best on the community tab.
Mm.
You guys can vote.
You should try doing like worst pairings as well. With like,
Oh,
like
yeah.
walking out to a boxing match to Candyland by Tobu.
But the thing is that a bad pairing, or is it that do they underestimate you? Like, you know what I mean?
It will throw the opponent off.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah,
what the
yeah,
hell is
it's-
this?
They're like, why isn't this Jonathan Rise?
Yeah.
What's going on? Jacob, before we wrap things up, what's the future look like for Halversoon? Any new things you can tease us about? You said that you're working on something with the Time to Talk boys. We love those
Ooh,
guys.
There's
What's,
so many things
what's
in
it
the
looking
work
like?
right now. I don't feel like like I don't have control over anything. There is a
Yeah.
couple tracks with Netrum. There's the Time to Talk boys. There's a thing that's been going on with Cartoon forever.
Whoa.
There's a lot of stuff, and there's constant new things coming into my inbox, and I feel so bad because I suck at replying and I always decline. So
Yeah, those
those
inboxes
the
can get
future's
full.
looking bright, but there's no plan right now. There's no release scheduled. There's no content planned.
Well,
So stay tuned, I guess is what I have to say.
Yeah, I think that's the way. You got to keep the road and the paths open,
mm.
and then things just tend to fall into place in most cases. Have I missed anything, by the way?
Have you missed anything?
Before we wrap things up, because I want to make sure that I haven't.
I feel like I skipped a question earlier that Dan asked me.
Oh, I
'Cause
don't
you
know.
asked
you
me
just-
about the
you've
origin
been-
of Halvorsen, where it comes from.
Yeah, you've just been flaking me this whole time, mate.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So-
It's your last name,
it's the
right?
language barrier. It's kind of
yeah,
hard to
yeah.
understand.
It's your last name, yeah.
So the name Dan is my actual name. It is my surname.
Ah.
Yeah, it's
Ah.
son of Halvor.
Oh.
What?
There we
Wait,
go. It's not my
what?
dad's name. Like way back,
Oh,
way
okay.
back in the family, you get like, yeah,
So the
some dude named Halvor had a son, and
Okay.
Wow.
the kid was named
And then it
Halvor, so-
carries.
but what if you're a daughter? Are you then?
That's still practiced in Iceland, actually, where they do son and daughter respectively for the last names every
Oh
generation.
wow.
Oh
So
Really?
like Sam, or Charlotte, what's your dad's name?
His first name,
Yeah, his first name.
Martin.
So you'd be Martin Dottir in Icelandic.
Ah.
That sounds like his email address.
I actually went to Iceland not too long ago. Not too long ago. It was about like 7 years ago. Do you know when you do those things like the other day, and that could
Yeah.
be yesterday or 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's like stand-up comedians have been doing the same act for like a decade.
Yeah,
Go your
yeah.
day.
Yeah, when I went, it's such an interesting place. I mean, forget like how insane the scenery. I don't know, have you been there, Jacob?
Never. I
Okay,
really
like
want to though.
aside from like the incredible like landscapes, like it's such a beautiful place. Like the culture there is so interesting. Like everyone's really friendly, super nice. But there's something really cool over there that they I don't know if it's collectively the whole country, but there's like beliefs and like following of elves. And they'll be like,
oh yeah, I heard about this.
It's really
like,
cool. They have like rocks in the road. Like if there's a big boulder, say like we've got a big boulder over here, we'll just trying to build a road. We just knock it down and put the M6 through it. But like over there, like in the cultures, like the elves, like it's like a place that they would go. So they build like the roads around these rocks. It's so sweet. It's very cool. Very, very
Have you
cool.
guys seen the Eurovision movie with like Will Ferrell?
No, I actually haven't watched that.
You should. You definitely should. And the elves in Iceland play a part in that. So,
Okay.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Has your artist name always been Halvorsen? Or
No,
was it something else?
hasn't. Back when I was like 10 and torrented like FL Studio or whatever on my laptop, I went by DJ Cup. And I thought that was like the
what, like CUP, like cup?
Yes, like and the logo was a teacup, and I thought that was the most clever thing in the world because there's Jacob, right? So there's DJ Cup, right? You get it?
Yes. Now you've explained it. Do you guys get it? Come on, get your brains to catch up.
Yeah, I'm still thinking here.
I think I get it. Yeah.
It's
Charlotte
cool.
and Dan not got this.
It wasn't
Jacob.
Jacob.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
It wasn't as bad as my original artist name because I used to make music. My original artist name was You Have a Music Face.
Yeah.
In
like,
one word?
Yeah, one word. You have a music face. It was
What
very
was it
SEO
that?
friendly.
Oh yeah.
And the logo was your
Brilliant.
glasses, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
So it wasn't just music.com.
yeah.
That's
man.
dope.
That's
I also
really
went
cool.
by Charizoo for a good while.
That's
like
quite cool.
Ooh, I like-
Charizard and Pikachu.
Oh, nice.
I like Charizoo actually.
That could be your rap alter ego.
Yeah, you did some rap.
You did that
didn't
rap
you?
song, didn't
Yeah.
you?
I did.
Not Gambino, but I can't remember what the word is. You mentioned Gambino in it. I know that. It's something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember the words either.
But that was cool though. I remember we played that when we were on
White
the
Dude
Discord
Can't
button
Rap.
once. That was it. That
That's
was it.
it,
Yeah. If you guys haven't checked that out, make sure it's on your SoundCloud, right?
It is, yeah. It's got
Okay,
like
cool.
1,000 streams or something. You guys
Awesome.
play it. Do it.
Amazing. All right, I think we're about there, everyone. Charlotte, do you want to tell me if I'm right on the time?
I haven't been checking the time.
No, I mean, do you think I need to speak longer or not?
I think
I would have no idea.
No, it's good.
she's given all that responsibility away now.
Yeah,
thrown it
I'm,
away.
I'm trying to give you.
What have you done
I'm
today?
trying to. This is your podcast.
Joking,
I'm on
we-
it to
we-
be nice to you.
We're right there. Don't worry. We're all good on time.
All right, well, apologies for the random call last time, but
yeah, that was so funny when Dan
I
just
was
randomly
so
called
nervous
you.
afterwards because I couldn't remember anything of what I said. I was like,
Oh, no.
about Tron? And
I had no
immediately
idea.
hopped on Slack in like the group chat and like, you guys have to send me this before it.
I had no idea what you were saying. You were like saying like prawn,
Well, that-
prawn.
yeah, that little edit that you did. It's
Yeah.
so
Oh
awkward.
yeah.
Oh man,
was
it's
awful.
funny. Yeah, like I actually didn't realize you were going to call him then,
Mm.
and then I was like, wait, you didn't know that we were actually going to ring you. But yeah, I mean, this one we've had set up, and it's been an absolute pleasure to chat to you, bro.
Legend.
It's been
Thank
lovely.
you,
Yeah,
thank you
thank
so
for
much.
having me. I feel like before I head off, I should take the opportunity to like promote myself. Isn't that
Do
something
it,
we on
man.
Podcast?
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll cut this.
Actually, I was
bit,
gonna
it's fine.
say, yeah, we'll
cut
cut
this
this
bit. I need the proper lighting. So it'll be like, you guys make sure you follow me on like Instagram and Twitter and YouTube and stuff. I'm working on getting an official artist YouTube. And is this really annoying? Should we?
No.
That's
do we have to
great.
put up like a seizure warning?
I'll put a
Oh,
disclaimer.
Actually, we'll have to. Yeah.
We're fine. Keep going.
Perfect. Yeah, it's Halvorsen_music everywhere. Follow me. I need the stats. Thanks.
Amazing. Yeah, make sure you show Halvorsen some love. Not only have you got the title for first Mint Circle, you've now got title for first guest on the NCS Full Circle podcast.
World first.
So yeah, world's first. Thanks so much for joining. Yeah.
Awesome.
Again, show the love, and everyone watching and listening, appreciate it. Thank you. Let us know what you want us to talk about in the comments below, and we will see you on the next episode.
Peace.
Ciao.
Bye.
Peace.